Hi guys, Dogger here with a new video, and this video will be a priest video, and I'm gonna talk about my experience again, but now at level 43. So my previous video, I was a disc hybrid holy priest spec. So I had this spec, 5 points into shadow, we had like 13 points into holy, and then the rest into disc priest, and it was abysmal. I didn't really like the leveling experience, which was pretty much doing one holy fire, one smite, or mind blast, depending on what is doing most damage at that level. Shadow praying into wanding, and I would then not getting but I would also eliminate the mobs very slowly. So that's a very annoying thing, and I was really on the brink of actually like re-rolling. I said in the video like the reason why I didn't re-roll is because I have a small chance with having the fun of priest be tied to shadow priest, and since I was not going to respec, I wanted to have dual spec. I waited for level 40 to get shadow, and boy, I'm glad not having rerolled. I do believe that Shadow Priest opens up a lot of the fun that Priest can have in PvP. I think if you are on the verge of quitting Priest, do give a shot to Shadow Priest at level 40 with a good Shadow Wand. You are still getting a lot of benefits from not having wand specialization, and you can still always have one specialization once you are like level 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45. You can have your 25% wand, so you could still wand if you want to, especially with a shadow wand. You would be doing way more damage than before because you have shadow weaving, which is giving you 15% more damage on shadow if you're stacking it if you want to, and darkness 10%, and also shadow form by 15%. Now this is not working on wands, sorry, excuse me, it is working only on spells, but this really works on wands, so it does 15% more damage on wands and also 15% from shadow form, so you get 30% plus also here 25%, which would then skyrocket your wand damage if you really want to wand. Now the good thing is about Shadow Priest is now you have a choice of not wanding. You could literally spam Mind Flay if you want to, and this is like a low level Mind Flay. You get another one at level 44. If you see with what's trainer or what can I train, add-on, the coming soon here, Mind Flay level 44. It is closely to giving me 100 more damage on shadow, especially if I have shadow damage increases because of my gear. It will end up being a very good addition towards like being able to finish off targets very quickly. And also talk about PvP. In PvP you have a lot more of an easier time by being a Shadow Priest because you have a stun if you do get lucky, and you do way more damage on Shadow Word Pain, you do way more damage on Mind Blast, you would do way more damage on Mind Flay, you have a slow with Mind Flay, so you could effectively like destroy rogues, destroy warriors, if they don't like have a lot of rage, because if they pool rage they could just destroy you, but if they don't have, like if they have 0 rage and you're fighting, generally speaking you will have enough of a shield to prevent him to regen rage, and you could actually win the 1v1s like this. So that's actually a very good thing. So I really enjoy that. What I also enjoy is that my Mind Blast is really doing a lot of damage, and there are like intricacies about Shadow Priest that are very cool, which I'm going to talk about in a next video, most likely talking about how you can maximize your damage on Shadow Priest. That's something I already have seen by testing, and also just in PvP, how you can actually like fish a lot of the stuns with a lower rank Shadow Word Pain. That's why I have a rank 1 Shadow Word Pain on my boss to get like Shadow Weave up, but also to get my stuns, for example. If I feel like, okay, I don't have enough damage to actually win just with Shadow Word Pain, and he's like running away, rank 1, get a stun, go do a rank 5, for example, rank 6 Shadow Word Pain, into Mind Blast, into Mind Flay, and that guy will have to choose between running or potting, or blinking away if it's a mage, or actually fight. But then I have also the choice to do a silence, so he cannot blink. So at that point he has to choose to ice block or to do anything else to survive, for example, or to fight me. If it's a warrior, he will have to charge on me because he's not going to get away. So it's a really fun gameplay. I have been doing a lot more PvP since I'm level 40. A jerk, I'm going to say that. I'm on a PvP server, I don't care. What is red must be dead. That's how I see. At level 39, I have no mercy. I'll be killing it. At level 30, I won't kill it. Except if I see it PvPing versus other alliance while leveling, and I feel like he's doing 2v1s, 3v1s, then I have no mercy. In that zone, I'm going to eliminate everyone. I don't care. If it's a 3v1, he's like attacking an alliance and they are like 3 versus the alliance, I'm not going to let the alliance die. I'm going to help. So obviously, kill on sight. If he's like level 42, 43, kill on sight. If he's level 45, I'm going to try my shot. If I die, I die. But I'm going to try to 1v1 him and fight him. And sometimes I lose, sometimes I win. And whenever I lose, I have like the sensation of if I was engineering, it would be a lot easier, which I am not right now. And that is something I'm going to work on. I think I'm going to go engineering, so I have my gadgets, I have my trinkets if I can farm it, my bombs, and I'll be like unstoppable in PvP. So I did do a lot of PvP. Like I'm level 43, and I played for 2 hours and 46 minutes, literally just PvPing. I did some quests. I did some like mob tagging mob killing. To like grinding essentially to get some XP in, but whenever I see a horde in this TV, it's going down, and I have been enjoying. I think Shadow Priest has been eye-opening on how much fun I can have in a game as a priest. I know that raiding wise I'll be stuck healing most likely, but we have dual spec now, so I can suggest to my raid leader, for example, to DPS on fights where it is just not complicated, and on fights where you need a healer, then I will just then turn into a healer. And that actually helps the raid, because sometimes you have 8 healers, but we all know the 8 healers are doing nothing like all the time. It's like you have 3 or 4 doing all the heavy lifting, and then other 4 that are there just in case if there is something wrong. And what could be good is now that you have dual spec, you could ask a few of those healers to go DPS in fights that are a bit less heavy on healing, and where you could actually like go a little bit more deeper in the DPS department. And I want to try and see how Shadow Priest fares in raids. I think it does get I do get if I like spam my stuff. But I do believe like the mana is not as bad as you may think. I think most of the problems that like Shadow Priest has is that you have nothing that is really spammable doing a lot of damage. Mind Flay, the mana is not heavy, but it is also not very heavy damage wise. And that's the truth. It's not like going to nuke someone. It helps with Shadow Word Pain, but your biggest nuke is Mind Blast, and obviously having a good Shadow Wand at level 60 is not easy from what I've seen. So essentially I think it lacks on damage, but you can maybe find a way where it could be interesting. But for now, I'm level 43, enjoying my time. I love having a silence now, even in PvE, whenever a mob is healing, I can silence it, and it will not be a problem to actually like survive the encounter, or not have to spend a lot of mana to then put it back to 0 HP. I found like the stunts very interesting. It helps me a lot. Like whenever I see a rogue, an undead rogue, and I gets like that Mind Blast stun, then it's like, wow, I get to destroy the rogue. Like the rogue has like no chance except if he pops every single CD, and even then I am a dwarf, so he's not going to be able to do a blind reset on me. So I'm really enjoying my time. So if you are a priest, you are on the verge of stopping priest, do not stop. I'll be making videos about the PvP experiment. I'm going to do also a video on like dungeon DPSing. So I'm going to try to find a group in Sulfarak where I am able to play as a DPS, so I can show you how the DPS is for a Shadow Priest. I'll also do some raids, I believe, as a Shadow Priest, if I can show you guys and how it performs. Try to do min-max stuff on like Shadow Priest, trying to have the best possible DPS, best possible gear for PvE and PvP. Most likely about PvP because I'm a PvPer, but I'm enjoying my time. So do try to get level 40, do try to play Shadow Priest, and you will see that the gameplay opens up way better. And the next thing that I'm going to test is playing Holy Priest, which I will be having to respect this talent tree. It just is that I do want to have meditation or martyrdom. So I want to have one specialization, martyrdom. I would like to have inner focus, and I also need spirit tap, and also need to get to spiritual guidance. And that itself is 25 points, which you can have. And I have like, I think 8 points to spare after that. So I could get one specialization into martyrdom, or I get a spirit tap into then start my one specialization. I could do that, but I'm not sure. Like, I think right now I'm enjoying way too much Shadow Priest. It works very well. It's not like I have too much spirit either. Like, I have good spirit, but it's not going to like be that meaningful spiritual guidance right now. So there are a few things that I still want to test, and obviously having a bit more spell power would make a Holy Priest a bit more interesting. That's the thing that is really doing well for like Holy Priest, is that the modifiers on like the coefficients on spell power is really good. So it makes that your Holy Fire, your smites, that they can actually hurt. While Mind Blast, the coefficient is quite low, but you have good coefficients on Shadow Pain and Mind Flay, so there are a few stuff here that could be very interesting to play around. Again, if you want to see my previous video for PvP on the channel, you can always check that out. If you are looking for my opinion pre-level 40, that was my previous video, and now this is my opinion post level 40, where I'm actually very excited about. So I will try to make some PvP videos here and there in Tanaris, for example, but I'm just like, I'm not like a hunter where I can kite level 60s. So I do pick and choose my fights. I'm not going to fight something that is level 48 where I see that I'm not going to be able to win the 1v1, or it will take a lot of time, or it will just get away. I'll try to find fair fights, but like, again, PvP fair fights are not really a thing. Like, it's possible to find them, but often it is very hard to find them. So yeah, we'll have to see. I'm gonna try to find like fair fights that I can post on the channel, and that are very exciting to show you guys the potential of Shadow Priest in PvP. Again, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.